All right, everyone, this is Zero to Hero ShadowVerse Beyond's edition. I have done almost nothing in this game. I've basically never played ShadowVerse. I don't even really remember if I ever played the first one. I definitely tried it at least at some point, but didn't really do much in it. This time things are going to be a little different. I'm actually really excited to play this game. So here we go. We're going to jump into our first ranked match. Haven't played a single ranked match at this point. The plan is for this to be a completely free-to-play Zero to Hero run to the highest rank in the game. And to start out with, let's just see how far can we take the default decks in the game. The only one I've actually played is this one here. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and click the battle button here. Here we go. All right, first ranked match. All right, good start so far. Matchmaking was interrupted and has been canceled. Try again. All right, let's do it. Here we go. Can we do it? Can we get in a match? Yeah, I've only played about, I don't know, maybe I played 3 games when it first came out. It came out at like 10 o'clock. It came out like kind of late at night, you know, yesterday, which was Monday. And I was just reading through everything, managed to get about 2 or 3 matches in. So everybody, this is going to be a true Zero to Hero series where I barely know what the cards do. I barely know how to play the game. I didn't even finish the tutorial series. All right, let's see how we do. So we've got a 2-drop and a couple 3-drops. Like I said, I did play this deck a couple times. So I have a tiny bit of knowledge here as to what I'm doing, but let's see here. Okay, this one's got the, oh, whoops. Okay, sorry to my opponent. I was taking too long to read the cards. We are in the match here. All right, let's see what these cards do. Whenever an allied officer enters the field, give this follower +1/+0 until the end of the turn and evolve it to summon a knight, whatever that is. All right, I've got 2-2-drops, so do I want to use my +1 play point? This one right here, Puppet Lancer, of the couple games I've played, actually feels pretty decently solid, I feel like. Let me see what this one does again. Okay, evolve, restore 2 defense to your leader. Okay, I think this card's probably kind of terrible, right? Basically pretty much totally useless. Let's go ahead and try it. Playing our play point. They got a 1-1 out there. Let's get our 2-2 out there. This guy's basically just a vanilla, and it's got that enhance for 4. All right, they were able to get +1 attack to kill our dude with something here. All right, I'm not sure. This one it's got rush, 1-1. This one just summons a knight. Whenever an allied officer enters the field, give it rush. All right, got it. All right, well, this isn't going to be the best play, but we'll go ahead and get another 2-drop out here. This card, again, of the couple matches I've played, this card I feel like is feeling pretty strong, right? This 2-1. This 3 for 1 with rush at the end of your opponent's turn, destroy this card. I feel like this card's like halfway decent so far. Probably like one of the better cards in this deck, I feel like, so far. All right, so I'm assuming that they got rush from this guy, killed me with the 1-1 there. This card also feels at least halfway decent. It's basically just kill off, kind of trade one of your guys for one of theirs, and you get that Gear of Ambition. Adventurers Guild's been kind of interesting, but I guess since they've got a bunch of 1 power and 2s, maybe I should just go ahead and try this. Or I could do this and trade. Let's just try it, whatever. It's our first match in rank. Let's just try it. Let's trade this off here. All right, and we'll go ahead and end our turn here. Haven't been able to actually use this yet in a couple matches I've done. Fuse, Artifact, Amulets. Fuse, Artifact, Amulets. And Fuse says, in hand lets you strengthen the card by fusing the specified cards to it once per turn. And Artifact, Amulets. When you fuse it, transform it. I still haven't been able to actually activate this yet. It's one thing I'm kind of trying to figure out here is how to activate that. All right, so I believe we've got our Evolve online. They're just basically trying to do this kind of rush down with all these guys. This card's also one of the only cards in the deck, I think, that actually does something when you evolve it. It'd be just a little bit mana efficient, so I guess we'll be slightly more efficient with our mana. Go ahead and get this guy out for the full 5/5. Yeah, that's actually pretty decent, right? Go ahead and evolve it. Maybe this guy's actually pretty good, getting a 5/5 for 4 mana. And then of these guys, restore 1 defense doesn't really matter. I guess I'll take this guy out to stop having it so his guys get the rush. And all right, let's end the turn. All right, our opponent can evolve. Let's see what they do. By the way, is this actually a human opponent? Let's see. Mary Malice. I guess I didn't even think. A lot of these games now, when you play them in this kind of modern age, whenever you start, they always put you against like AI computer opponents. I can't tell because, you know, I'm just pretty much brand new to the game. If Mary Malice, is that the name? And if so, I guess it's probably a computer, right? Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. We're going to try to take one of these default decks up just as high as we can go. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you know, feel free to go ahead and hit the subscribe button and you can kind of watch this journey. Let's see what we got here. Okay, evolve, summon a Mecha Cavalier, super evolve, summon 2 instead. Probably one of the better cards in the deck, I have a feeling. And so we're going to want to probably try to save that for the evolve or the super evolve. This guy is kind of sort of okay. It's got basically defender or whatever you want to call it. I think it makes them attack into it. Let's see what we got here. 3/3. I'll just go ahead and do this for now. Play these two guys out here. Trade this 3/3 off. And I think that's good enough for now. Let's go ahead and end. So yeah, again, you're going to get the true zero to hero experience. I'm going to start probably not being very good at the game. Y'all, I've played a lot of card games. I've basically gotten to the highest rank in like pretty much every card game I've ever played at this point, digital card game wise. I'm not sure if I've ever played one. Yu-Gi-Oh! The online one, I haven't gotten to the highest rank in that one because I've been kind of just having fun messing around with that game, and I haven't taken it too seriously, but I do plan to get to the highest rank in that one. I'll probably cover a little bit of that on this channel also in the future as well for those interested in basically different card games. I'm just a huge card game guy. You know, I was literally grinding, you know, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the day when it was like you were like a little kid going to stores, you know, sitting on the floor grinding Pokemon cards. I was there at Toys R Us. All right, everybody. So here we go. This is the true zero from hero. Let's actually see what this guy does. This is my first time using him. Let's get the super evolve here. And what do we get here? All right, so we get the 7/7 and okay, wow. Okay, so this is probably the best card in this deck, right? 2 4/4s and a 7/7, and yeah, surely, right? This is like gotta be the best. And I think they have that defense, right? It was ward is the defend. Yeah, prevents enemy followers. Wow. Okay, so basically, if you want to win with this deck, you probably have to rely on super evolving this. It's been kind of hard to win with this deck, to be honest. Let's see. Okay, these are for the store of the defense. All right, we'll get rid of this 5 attack guy. And yeah, feeling pretty decent. Can't attack with these two. Okay, we can get a +1 play point, but none of this stuff really does anything. All right, so let's see if this is actually good enough. Yeah. All right. So this Mecha Cavalier, this is going to be that card that we're going to be looking for in this deck, I think. And yeah, almost all these decks have these kind of guys that get these kind of free kills, making it to where you can't really win with this deck because it tries to put out these big guys. But I have a feeling we're going to get a few wins with that Mecha Cavalier. Going to have to basically kind of hope to draw that, I think, with this default deck. And all right, there you have it. This is the official start of Zero. In our Zero to Hero series, we got a loss. We still got some ranked points, so +1, +40 rank points gained. All right, sounds good. You know, most of these modern games, they, you know, kind of want to try to hold your hand to make it feel like you're good at the game by ranking you up, even if you just lose every single match. All right, so there we have it. There is our first match. Let's try to actually get a win with this deck. Let's see how long it takes me to get a win here. Pretty sure we're against a human opponent here. Looking at the cards in our hand, let's talk about a couple of these cards again. Select an enemy follower on the field and destroy it and add a gear to your hand. This card seems pretty decent, right? Indomitable Fighter, I still think is decent. Puppet Lancer, absolutely still think it's at least halfway decent so far. And then this guy, yeah, all right, I think everything's pretty much good enough. Going second, let's try it. Once again, I ran out of time starting my opponents. I play slowly. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start with one of these two. The play point refreshes in 5 turns. This is going to be probably one of the slightly more difficult, I guess, choices with this deck, is if we go ahead and start with that play point. Let's go ahead and try it. Let's try this Puppet Lancer, and then maybe we can get kind of lucky and have a decent start with this 3/3, depending on what they play, if they play like a 2/2 or something like that. All right, so they do have a 2/2 indeed, and we've got this 3/3. Yeah, let's go ahead and try it and do it. Let's see here. It seems like it should be halfway decent, right? Yeah, I still think that 2/1 guy is still feeling pretty decent to me, right? Getting this 3/3 with Rush, it's feeling all right. All right, what does this do? Dragon, gain 1 max play point. All right, this is the Wild Growth. Any card game, you got to have a Wild Growth when you start out the game. All right, next we can choose between the Indomitable Fighter and this one. All right, ward last words, draw a card. Seeing as how I'm gonna have to say that I still feel like I need to draw that card from the last game I was talking about and get a super evolve if I want to actually try to win with this deck. Because I feel like all this stuff, like it's all fine and dandy, and I don't know, some of it's maybe halfway decent, but you don't really have a way to fight to actually try to win any of the games. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it now with this particular default deck. Basically the win condition is that you're waiting to draw that card, super evolve it, and get the 7/7 and the 2 4/4s, and basically hope that that's enough to take the match out. All right, so let's see here. Intimidate, and this one already used its fanfare. This one summons, well, what does Intimidate actually do? I haven't actually seen this. Prevents the follower from being attacked. Okay, that's interesting. That's kind of cool. All right, I feel like this game is actually going halfway decently at this point, so why don't we go ahead and try to use this Indomitable Fighter. Let's go ahead and evolve it. I'm sure I don't quite know what I'm doing with the evolves and when I'm supposed to evolve. I'm sure this is probably not correct, especially because like a lot of these do have one of my followers can attack the 0 attack follower. That's interesting. That's funny that they actually stop you from ending your turn because you've got a 0 attack follower. Yeah, a lot of these decks, you know, when I do these early evolutions, they almost always have like, I guess there must be some 2-drop or something that attacks, and it happens so fast it's hard for me to even tell what's happening sometimes when they play their cards so fast. By the way, I'm pretty sure this is a real human opponent. We're using this default deck. All right, let's see what this does. Select another allied follower and give it +2/+2, or if you're in overflow, give it +3/+3. Okay, they go for the evolution. By the way, y'all, I want to just say really quick what I think about this game so far. I'm actually really liking the game so far. I think it's actually been pretty awesome. I think the game's like getting a lot of hate. I haven't really looked into it that much, but I think people are kind of hating on it for different reasons. Like, you know, for example, well, not for example, basically the main reason is because, let's go ahead and get another one of these guys out here. And sure, let's just go ahead and evolve it again. Why not? Seemed to work decently enough the last time. Get rid of this guy and end our turn. Yeah, people are basically hating on it because they hate the monetization, how all the monetization stuff works. I wouldn't have even known that, and I would have had no idea about any of that stuff if I hadn't had to look up, because I was having trouble linking my game link, doing the data link, and then I saw just the Reddit was just completely overflowing, and I saw it got a 1 star on Steam. Y'all, I am definitely going to like comment on that at some point, but I'm not ready yet because I'm gonna form my own opinion. Okay, apparently it's bad, but I'm gonna form my own opinion. I'm gonna keep this completely free to play, and let's see what happens. All right, enhance 7, summon a vast swing. So that's if you have 7 mana, and then you get a 5/5 intimidate. All right, so that's pretty good, right? 7 for 5/5. I guess I'll go ahead. All right, I guess I'll go ahead and kill the dragon with this. Then I'll go ahead and trade this off here like this. I'm kind of always a control player. I basically can't help myself. It's like no matter what I do in any game. And I want to try to find that really nice super evolve guy. So let's go ahead and get this chick out here and basically hope I can kind of draw into it. We do. Oh my gosh, this card, I'm guessing it's just not good, but this is the other big beater in this deck, the 7 mana 10/10. I'm pretty sure it's just not going to be good, but that's what we get in this default deck. All right, so this is how I'm going to try to win with this deck. Once again, I'm going to try to draw into that Super Evolve card. Let's see what we've got here. All right, 7 mana, 7/7. Select a card in your hand and discard. Deal X damage to all enemy followers. X is the cost of the selected card. Whoa, okay. And then we got a Super Evolution. Wow, okay, this is actually going to be pretty good. Y'all, I just said how terrible this card is, this 10/10. This guy's actually not bad too. He's got Bane, which is guaranteed kill, so I could do either one. I could Super Evolve this or the 10/10. Either one's going to go ahead and kill this. Give your opponent Crest, Burnite, Anathema Flame. Let's see what that does. At the start of your turn, deal 1 damage. Once on each of your turns when your leader's defense is restored, deal 1. Ooh, yikes. So putting me on basically kind of a clock here. I still can't. Oh, okay. I've actually finally got a fuse opportunity with this. This could be my first time, but you know what? Oh, I can't help it. I can't help it. I have to do it. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. All right, I'm creating a 13/13. I'm going to destroy that. Oh, God, let's see what happens here. I'm sure I should have probably done the Mechanized Beast, but whatever, let's see what happens. And then probably try to come back and maybe actually fuse this. Okay, let's see if I can actually see what this does. Fuse artifact cards when you fuse, blah, blah, blah. 1 ominous artifact A, alpha, beta, and is that a gamma? Okay, well, we'll see. I'll be messing with that with this deck as we go along. All right. Oh, okay. I think my opponent actually may not be able to deal with the super evolved Caravan Mammoth. This is crazy. Okay, they're super evolving their guy. We're just going to have these back and forth super evolutions, which, wow, okay. This one can't even, all he can do. Wow. Oh my gosh, this Caravan Mammoth is actually going to kind of do it here. Wow, all right, are we already winning? We're going to have like a 50-50 win rate already. This is kind of crazy. We're going to bring in the Mechanized Beast. That'll finish this guy off. We'll super evolve it. All right, let's try it, y'all. Here we go. Mechanized Beast has a guaranteed kill no matter what happens. It's not going to take any damage. Okay, there we go like that. So this should kill. Boom, it's dead. He takes 1. Hit for, oh my gosh, 13 damage. All right, that feels pretty good. And then for the last one, all right, let's just try to fuse this. I want to finally see what happens here. A Fortifier artifact, and this is a Striker artifact. Let's see what the Striker, and what happens. Oh, okay, so we can fuse 2 of these together. All right, here we go. All right, and we got a Striker artifact. What does this do? Okay, it's got Rush, so you can basically kill something with it. All right, that's halfway decent, I guess, yeah. It's not too bad. This one, destroy this card, select an enemy follower on the field, and remove Ward from it. And then we've got this guy. Let's just put this guy out here. And I could also put that one out there. Yeah, all right, why not? Let's go ahead and get it out there too and try to win next turn. Let's see what happens. Here we go. This could be it. All right, we already could be having a 50-50 win rate and already our first ranked win with just the first starting default deck that you get. And I have a feeling this is probably not going to be that great of a deck in the end, just from the other cards I've seen people playing, but who knows? We'll see. Stick around, y'all, if you want to see kind of a really slow progression from just like playing all the default decks, slowly building up, free to play, slowly opening up packs, seeing what we get, and taking it all the way as far as we can to the final kind of last ranked rank in this game. All right, so our opponent's got 2 defenders out there, a 5'10 defender and a 2'4 defender. Okay, so it's looking pretty good. We can trade off here. This is no big deal. I think they are probably going to end up just conceding, and we're going to already get our first win here, right? Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, that was so dumb. Yeah, that 3/3 dies at the end of the turn. I forgot about that already. Okay, here we go. All right, let's go ahead and see if I can actually win this turn. So this one's got Rush, so let's go ahead. You can still use this card's fuse. Oh, that's pretty cool. Well, yeah, I would like to, but for now, we're not going to be able to. We're going to do this. You know what? Let's 13 him. Because this guy's going to get a guaranteed kill. Oh, wow. They still take the 1 point because it's super evolved. Hit him for 13. Oh, man. Massive overkill damage all the way down to -9. Wow. The 10-10 actually did something for us. Okay, there you go. That's how you win already with the default deck. Boom. We got 40 points last time. Now we are already getting, wow, way more. 160 beginner rank 1. There we go, everybody. This is it, 0 to hero, beginner rank 1. We're already working our way through the ranks. I think I'll come back, keep using these default decks, and get to, maybe I'll show the next video when I get to the next kind of major ranking cutoff point, right? And we got some release celebration missions, very nice. 160, I didn't get to see what the bonus is. Oh, nice, okay, here we go. Okay, so what do we got for the performance bonuses? We got times evolved and super evolved, plus 20, so I used all of them. Damage dealt to the enemy leader, plus 20, and a time bonus. Okay, interesting. So I'll probably also be kind of watching for that as well to see, okay, performance bonus breakdown. When you do 4, you get an S. If you deal 20 damage, you get an S. And time bonus, followers played A and turns past B. Yeah, because I'm a really slow player, so it is what it is, time bonus. But yet it still gives me the S. That's kind of funny, even though I'm pretty slow. All right, let me know what you all think about doing a series like this. We're going to keep working our way up through the higher ranks. I'm also going to talk a little bit about the game in future videos. I'm going to kind of share my thoughts on like the free-to-play aspect as I keep working through the ranks with the free-to-play decks, using all the default decks, using the one free deck that you get, and then slowly opening up packs and building up, etc., etc. All right, y'all. So subscribe if you're interested and want to see that. Let me know how you think I can improve these videos, and I'll see you next time.